Hello.
Hello, everyone.
This is a premium for the week, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Top stories today. Bill Cosby innocent on every single charge.
I think we owe Bill Cosby a massive apology.
I don't, because I always said he was innocent.
Well, no, I sullied his name multiple times because I always believe, and turns out that that is the wrong thing to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's a fellow comic, which is another betrayal, is that you
I
have
guess
to
if you guys didn't pay attention to the trial, last year Bill Cosby was arrested for raping 47 women. And the trial went out. The prosecution laid out their case saying that we're trying every single one of the rapes that Bill Cosby is accused of. And it was up to the jury to decide conclusively whether
47 verdicts.
Whether every single one of them happened or not. And today the jury came back and said, without any question, Bill Cosby is 100% innocent.
Overwhelmingly innocent.
There's every type of evidence you have: eyewitness, DNA, bite sample analysis,
toxicology Spanish Fly
report.
Yeah.
There was a pussy under some floorboards that was beating because it was lying. There was that kind of evidence. There was those fat twins from The Simpsons came in and they said that Bill Cosby didn't do it. And then they found there's a section of the Bible that I guess people just didn't notice.
What does it say?
It says Leviticus 26:16, and he who shall wear the sweaters has never rapeth any of those whores.
Yeah, well, big boon for the men's rights community today.
Yeah.
I love that it was
finally get that Jello campaign back.
They owe him a lot of money. Whoever... And he should get technically all of his honorary doctorates back.
Well, now he
gets stripped.
Now he gets to own NBC again.
Oh yeah,
it would be great if Subway was like, "All right, we need another mascot, but our stocks were hit pretty hard with the Jared thing. Really, but we can't afford Cosby now." And then it's like a comeback story, a spokesman comeback story. Where he's watching his old Jello films. And he's training the son of Apollo.
He's training one of the kids,
Jello Creed.
Jello Creed.
I love that it was a mistrial. That it's like
it was a hung jury.
Hung jury. It's like,
why you gotta have so many brothers on the jury? You know,
so true.
That's why it's hung.
Well, I saw a couple of articles yesterday that were like, the judge was not pleased that the defense asked for a mistrial, and he's like, the judge is pissed at the defense, and then literally the next day, judge declares mistrial.
So basically, these people were just like, I don't know. We can't say one way or the other.
No,
they kept asking to revisit the evidence from like the case. The jury did, and like I guess the defense asked the judge to declare a mistrial because they're like continuing to retry.
Damn.
All the evidence in deliberation.
So they were just stalling, basically.
I think that there was just one brave juror that was there. A guy named Clarence.
Oh fuck, that'd be so good. 10 angry men or whatever the fuck. What is it? 9?
12.
12. Yeah.
It's the whole jury.
Yo, reboot season, dude. Let's reboot 12 Angry Men, the Cosby verdict. It's the three of us.
The only thing I remember about that movie is the guy that does the voice of Winnie the Pooh is one of the jurors.
Really?
Yeah, and you can't like not. He's just like, oh bother, when are we gonna find a verdict? Oh bother,
oh bother.
Fuck, I gotta watch. I've actually have seen that. And
That's a good one.
You watch it in school.
Yeah, we watched it in school.
I watched it, in college. Actually,
that was like one of those times in school where you're like, you're enjoying learning, and you're like, fuck this. It's fucking gay.
They're tricking me.
Don't trick me into being gay.
Yeah, they wheel in the TV on one of those carts. It's fun. I remember when we watched that movie, we all really got into Hornets.
Hornets?
Do you remember Hornets? Where like when you like folded up a piece of paper like really thin?
and then you
put it on a rubber band, and then you'd shoot it, and you get like a massive welt. We got really into hornets, and there was a sub, and we were watching 12 Angry Men, and we were shooting hornets like around the class, like every time this old ass man turned around, and somebody hit the sub in the eye.
Oh my god, the eye?
Yeah, my friend Ralphie had to get suspended because he
assaulted a substitute
he hit the
teacher?
sub in the eye. Yeah, I think the sub had to go to the hospital.
I love it when substitute teachers get owned like that.
Just this poor old man trying to make ends meet.
Yeah.
He's probably retired and shit.
Yeah, he had military. That's the best. The old black guy that had military, and he has to tell the kids that.
Oh, we had
that Key and Peele sketch, right? The substitute teacher that couldn't say people's names right.
Oh, I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Aaron, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the perfect example of that like ex-Marine old black dude that they used to bring into class.
We had an old Jamaican lady. She had very yellow ass eyes. That's all I remember about her.
And from that voodoo.
Yeah, I think so. And I think, it's from the rice. The rice is yellow.
Oh, yeah. What is that? What do they put in? Is it saffron?
Saffron, according to Amber.
Yeah.
And there's some kind of, I think it's like chicken stock, but I don't know. We've never tortured a substitute. I don't remember. I don't remember the worst thing I've ever done to a substitute or anyone in my class. Hitting his eye out's pretty bad.
That was terrible. We all felt bad too.
I remember driving a teacher nuts one time because underneath the desk there was like this, I guess, like big dowel hole for a screw to go in or something, and I would put my finger in it and then like make a popping noise out of the bottom, and he couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And I would just do it the whole class long, and he was like, "Who the fuck is doing that? Stop it right now!" And I'd do it again, and he could just never figure out.
You remember those like Casio watches that had a universal remote?
Yeah.
So whenever we'd watch movies in gym when it was like raining outside, my friend had one of those watches and he turned the TV off.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Fucking Coach Pryor used to go nuts. We had this British coach who we found out had testicular cancer. We just always make jokes.
You made fun of him for not having both his balls?
Yeah, we'd be like, oh yeah, old one-ball Pryor's pissed off today.
I remember with my gym teacher, Cleon Small. I was a telemarketer in high school, and I found his name came up as like a random person to call, and I just from the telemarketer's office called him and said that his account was overdue with gaysex.com. And I was like, was your screen name Assmaster Cleon 7? And he was like, who the fuck is this? And it was clearly me. Like, I was the only
that doesn't require having a telemarketing job.
Yeah, I guess.
That's just a way to get fired. Your telemarketing job.
That was American government mortgage, baby.
You know what was the best prank as a teen is when you could pick up like the phone at Walmart and use the intercom by pressing like 9.
Hell yeah.
Did you ever do that?
No, I never did.
No.
I didn't know.
I didn't either.
I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah. You just press 9? I thought
Something
that
like that.
dials out.
A classic.
There's a button you press and then you can use the intercom.
That's so cool.
I used to know how to make payphones call themselves back.
Whoa.
You'd hit like 958 and then the last 4 digits of the phone number of the payphone. And then it would go silent for like 3 seconds and you get a dial tone. You would hang up 3 times. And then after 5 seconds, the phone would call itself back. It creates like some kind of line loop back.
Oh, yeah. There used to be people that like hack phone systems. That was like early hacking, right?
Yeah.
Seems easy. You could just
guess.
convince some old lady to switch the wrong thing.
Yeah, I love that scene in was it the Italian Job remake where
With Marky Mark?
yeah, and what is it, like Seth Green is like the hacker, and that might be like the shittiest like movie hacker of all. Because he like, or maybe it's the New Guy. Is it the movie? No, it's not. What's the one with DJ Qualls where he's the hacker? It's one of those fucking movies. Those like early Nods movies where the guy like just takes his cell phone
Job.
and he like whistles into the cell phone. He's like, you now have free long distance for life.
Oh yeah, that used to be
Like the phone company can't just figure it out and cut it off at some point.
Yeah. Well, it's also like that's just worthless now. Like there's no long distance.
Yeah. You get free nights and weekends for life. Damn, remember that shit? You could only talk at nights and weekends.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, long distance.
I used to sell Sprint, and that was like a big selling factor. Is free nights and weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
Sprint used to have it at 7, and all the other
9.
all the other were 9. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I had a girlfriend from Jewish summer camp on the East Coast. So she used to call me after 9 on their time.
Nice.
And then I got in trouble one month because it didn't count as free nights and weekends for us. So then I got my cell phone taken away for a month.
For chatting with some girl named Esther.
Yeah, I remember when I was 15, I had a
Jew.
I had like
big titties?
Oh, huge.
Nice. Like the one thing I wanted when I worked at that cell phone place is like a corporate line.
Yeah.
So you get like a phone, and then like eventually they gave me my own like corporate phone for the store.
Oh, hell yeah.
I thought I was like the most badass.
Do you have
call
2
me
phones?
Call me on my business phone.
You're 15.
Yeah, I had like a shitty prepaid like Nokia candy bar phone that only ever had like 20 minutes on it. But then I had my like fucking my businessman phone.
What was it? Was it the chirper?
It was a Sprint. No, it was the Sanyo 9. It was like a clamshell phone.
Yes.
With the speaker on the front.
I know.
Black.
Yes. Oh, those rules.
Yeah, and then it was like the upgraded. I remember it was like the nicest clamshell phone that Sprint had at the time.
Right.
Because it was like nobody had a fucking. There was no such thing as smartphones. There was PDAs, but yeah, that phone was tight.
Yeah, remember the internet?
Blackberries.
Remember the internet on those old phones where it would just be like, it would just take forever. Like a fucking satellite signal would go off and it cost like $14 a minute to it's like,
it's so
and you
expensive.
just freak the fuck out. You're like, fuck, my parents are going to kill me.
I remember my friend had before he didn't have a smartphone and everyone else had smartphones, but he used to text Twitter.
Yes, I did too.
Get them to tweet for him.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
When I had my LG fucking, what was it called? They flipped up. I fucking used to love that phone, dude. The LG Rumor. That was my shit.
I didn't have text messaging or a smartphone until I moved to New York.
Really? Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. You didn't have a cell phone.
Yeah, I had a cell phone.
I forgot about that.
You used to Facebook message me like, "I'll be there at 9." Yeah, like 5 hours early.
Yeah. That was so fucking annoying.
Well, I would use Google Voice to text people. So I would have to like go to a computer and I could text people from the computer.
Yeah, that's so funny. You just show up. You and Jamel were like that. Both you assholes didn't have fucking phones.
Yeah.
And it would just be like, well, I guess we hope they're coming. We'll just wait here. It was like the Wild West. You would send a fucking...
It's weird to think I lived like that.
Oh, yeah.
And like recently.
So recently.
I was
like
25 years old.
3 years ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was like dating Dana at the time, and she was like,
"Oh yeah,
you should get a smartphone." I'm like, "Nah, I'll just be fucking staring at it all the time." And then she was like, "Yeah, but like it'll be easy to like text and stuff." And then I got one, and like a week later, she was like, "Oh, okay, this was a mistake." She'd be like talking to me, and I'd immediately have my phone in my face.
Fuck. I do remember having to text Dana to see where the fuck you were.
Yeah,
that was a move. That was a classic move. Sometimes.
That was the Nick sleeping in his car drunk.
I miss being
drunk as shit.
That incognito, you know, like Jason Bourne, in that I can't remember anything and no one knows where I am.
Oh, I just watched The Accountant, and it's so clear that fucking Ben Affleck was like, I want to do Jason Bourne style shit too. Yeah. He's like, that looks so fun.
Jason Bourne, but retarded.
Yeah, I'm Jason Bourne, but I can't connect with people. I have a hard time connecting.
Jason Bourne Blue. That fucking Voss called Evan Williams Jason Stillborn one time.
Oh,
in one of the roasts.
That's really good.
Yeah, and no one laughed at it.
Wow.
And I was like, I think I was also judging. I don't know what it was, but I was like, Rich, that was really funny. And he was like, yeah, I fucking know it was. That's why I've been in the business. I'm like, I'm not insulting you. I'm like complimenting you because no one laughed at it. And he was like, oh, no, I'm not funny. And I was like, oh, I'm like, that's not what I'm saying, you fucking asshole. I'm just trying to appreciate that joke that everyone slept on.
Fuck.
That's so good.
Damn, dude. Damn it, I'm thinking about old phones. when you couldn't tell me shit was when I got that razor. I got the AIDS razor.
Yeah.
The Bono AIDS razor.
I remember everybody
razor.
wearing that
Yes,
phone.
dude, that was my shit.
The hot phones were the Razor and the fucking the Nextel i930. I had a StarTAC.
Ooh.
Those were good phones.
Yeah, I had a
My
StarTAC
mom
until
had
like
one.
2008. I remember like StarTAC from like 2005 to 2008. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Did they call it that because it looked like Star Trek?
No, it was the first phone was like the something track. It was like a line of
It was
tracks.
like,
Yeah, track phones.
I was never a damn BlackBerry boy. Fuck the BlackBerry, dude.
I was
Yeah,
just a
that's my
Nokia brick snake
I
kid.
had some Qualcomm. Y'all remember Qualcomm?
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Blackberries were nice before the iPhone came out.
Yeah.
I had
the
a
BlackBerry Storm. That was a cool little phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
One had the roller ball. Eldest had that shit.
Yeah.
And I broke the ball.
I had the one with the
him.
rollerball. Yeah.
Fuck Eldest. That motherfucker ate 9 eggs for breakfast the
Did
other
he
morning.
finish the 9 eggs?
Yeah, dude. This
He ate it
cocksucker
over
ate
the
9 eggs
He's
over...
like Cool Hand Luke.
yeah, over like a 24-hour period.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, he's... Fuck him.
His farts are probably absolutely
Yeah, they're gross.
atomic.
I farted in his face yesterday. It was the best moment of my life.
I put a bunch of raw eggs in a smoothie the other week.
That's disgusting.
Ooh, no, that's good.
Yeah,
You can eat raw eggs. Are they good? With
Yeah,
do you
as
get
long as the eggs are
organic
pasteurized, you can eat them raw.
Yeah,
The,
well,
like,
I guess
don't eat
that's-
raw eggs thing is for like children and the elderly.
Have
Your
you
odds
ever-
of like actually getting salmonella
Yeah.
is like slim to none.
Isn't like a tartar beef tartar? How is that? How can you
It's
eat
good
that?
as shit.
How? But it's ground meat and
It's
raw
not,
egg.
It's not ground all the way, but it's a good ass cut of meat. It's just good.
But how can you eat that? I don't get how it doesn't make
raw,
you
you
sick.
eat raw meat all the time. I eat steak is raw.
Yeah, we ate sushi.
No, it's not. You cook it.
You cook, you
Sushi?
sear the outside of the steak, but a rare steak is fucking. It's completely uncooked.
On the inside?
Yes.
How do you not know this?
How do you eat your fucking steaks?
No, you're feigning ignorance to have this like fun back and forth where you don't know what raw meat is.
It's true. Every time I get something wrong on the pod, it's because I'm feigning ignorance.
Wait, how do you eat your steak?
I eat it bloody as hell, dude.
So rare.
Yeah.
Okay, and you didn't know your whole.
It's
every
cooked a
steak-
little bit.
No, dude, it's red as shit.
Yeah, that's why steak is like goes cold real quick because the inside is still
Yeah,
cold.
yeah. Okay. Well, okay.
You don't eat tartar?
I love it. It's great.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
don't
yeah.
get how it doesn't make you sick.
Yeah, because shit. It
it
as long
seems
as it's
like
not
it
bad.
should. What?
The reason we have to cook everything is because all our food is horrible now.
The
it's
quality.
fucking-
No,
Yeah.
I mean it does sanitize the food. Cooking food does like get rid of parasites and shit and bacteria.
Marinelli effect. Things taste good when you expose them to fire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I guess. Just, Amber said something about Martinelli's.
Yeah.
Martinelli's
Martin
that-
Shkreli?
Yeah.
No,
Martin
Martinelli, the champagne,
The
the apple
champagne.
champagne. Yeah.
Apple cider.
Hell yeah, dude.
I fucking love that shit.
that
It's
shit
so good.
rules,
Yeah.
dude.
It's
Let's
so
pop a
good.
couple bottles of Martinelli.
I could drink Martinelli.
That'll be our shit.
I did it for Jeremy Corbyn, dude.
That's like the best part about sobriety is it's an excuse to drink Martinelli's on New Year's.
You get to drink fun little gay
I'm
sodas.
an apple juice man now.
Yeah. Fuck. Raw food. I mean, if you consider like we evolved to just eat what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it's all this bullshit about like paleo diets and like the best
Well,
diet is the
careful.
way cavemen eat.
Careful, I am a
And
paleo
cavemen
warrior.
probably just like ate dirt and like whatever they could fucking find.
They also
It doesn't-
died when they were 19.
Yeah, I mean they would eat like pine
Their
cones and
grandparents.
shit, and
Yeah,
just whatever you could. They would eat like dogs or
Yeah.
any other animal does.
Yeah.
Probably people.
Well,
Probably
my
cavemen
dog-
were cannibals.
My dog ate 2 duck breasts that my roommate left out when he went inside his bedroom to fuck his girlfriend.
That's hilarious.
I found this
Left
giant
two-
turtle in Los Angeles like a couple years ago when I was there. It was just in my friend's backyard. This
Uh-huh.
huge turtle. It was like the size of Ernest.
Damn.
And I was just like ripping grass out of the ground in front of its face and like giving it to it, and it was eating it. And it's like, man, imagine that you're just surrounded by food like literally 2 inches from your face at all
Yes.
times. If you're okay with eating grass, I guess.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
That
Every-
dumbass turtle.
Everywhere I go, just a hand feeding me buffalo wings, dude. I would love that shit. A giant hand I don't understand giving me treats.
That would be nice.
Would you eat a turtle? You think cavemen ate turtles? You've eaten turtle? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, turtle soup.
Oh, fuck. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Frog legs, I
You
never had
drink
those.
it out of the shell.
Oh, that's tight.
You turn the turtle over and pour boiling water on its stomach until its stomach caves in. Yeah.
Have you had rabbit? Have you had rabbit?
Oh yeah. My friend Pete's dad got him what he thought was a pet rabbit, and then on Easter he just killed it, and we all ate it.
Oh, that's so mean.
It was delicious.
I guess like eating any other animal, but they seem so nice, you know? And they fuck good too.
Oh, they fuck not good, but a lot.
I can't eat anything that fucks
fucks.
like a champ. That's
true. Pigs don't really fuck that good.
Yeah, pigs
They got those
fuck
little
bad,
curly,
so- yeah.
little curly pig dicks. Cows don't. Well, bulls I guess fuck, but I love steak.
I used to think growing up that like
Horses fuck
being
too
a
good.
Gentile was like you had bacon like 3 meals a day. I used to think it was like the best life.
So
ever.
wait, Jews can't eat pork and Muslims can't eat pork and Hindus
Yeah,
can't
but my
eat
family
beef?
were like hypocrites. Like we'd eat pork out of the house, but like
Oh really?
we wouldn't have it in our house for some reason.
Interesting.
It was just like bullshit. We were just hypocrites. But
I don't
Yeah,
fuck with
I
any
used to
religion where you
dream-
can't eat pork or beef.
yeah,
That's my
I mean that
stance.
seemed like the rawest part of the deal.
Yeah.
was that we couldn't have bacon at home.
Yeah, at least Greek people, it's like you fasted for Lent, but then all bets are off, dude. Yeah, whatever the fuck you want. And then Easter comes around, you're eating everything, my dude.
Yeah, that's true. You guys have
Fuck.
a lot of spit kind of the shit,
I make steak
right?
and eggs 2 days in a row. Felt awesome.
Sounds
I'm really
like
into
you're-
corn on the cob these days.
It's good.
Making steak and corn on
What
the
do you
cob
do?
and
You
mushrooms.
boil it or you grill it?
Boil it.
It's really
Grill
nice
it.
grilled.
Grill it.
You get a
way to
big
go.
pot. You put some sugar in it,
Uh-huh.
and then you bring it to a boil. Drop the corn in, and when the boil comes back, you take the corn out.
That's hillbilly corn. You gotta grill that shit, dude. Nah, dude, grill that bitch. Throw a little fucking butter on that shit.
No, you need to put it in a pot of boiling crawfish.
Ooh.
Add some fucking Old Bay, Sriracha.
You ever
beer.
have crawfish that are just like somebody fucked up and didn't cook good?
No.
Yes.
It's
And they
so disappointing.
and the shell is like fucking plasticky and leathery,
Yeah.
and it's not even hard.
It's because they look so appetizing. Because the only time you have them is like when they're good.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
bad
yeah.
crawfish is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, they're like bright red and beautiful.
I'm about to go to New Orleans with George and Josh in July.
Are they just tiny lobsters? Like, could you grow one to
A crawfish?
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
It's like a small lobster.
Yo,
It
if you could
is.
grow one to lobster size, that means you could just grow a lobster human size.
Yeah.
You know, and then you got a
Yeah.
giant fucking lobster.
Damn.
You cut that cocksucker open. Yo, lobster steaks. A lobster big enough to
I'm gonna
cut
have
like a
lobster
steak.
tailing forever. I had a
Let's get-
lobster roll recently.
Well,
yeah,
we
we
went to
all
that
did.
place.
The three of
A
us.
$20 lobster roll.
It's so expensive.
Let's go to Long Island.
That's a scam across
Absolutely.
the board.
lobster roll. You get a hot dog bun with lobster on it.
Yeah.
And it's like $25.
Dude, let's go to Long Island and have fucking seafood.
Yeah, let's go to Oyster
Go to the
Bay.
Bay.
Where's
Let's go
the
to
bay?
Oyster
Go down to
Bay.
the shore.
Oh, the shore. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would be down if we put a bay weekend in the calendar.
I just want to go to Billy Joel country, guys, and
No,
drive
dude.
drunk and eat
You
seafood.
mean America?
Yeah, it's true.
Fuck. I do want to get the problem with eating crabs. I
It'd be
want
great to go to
12 beers.
Allentown and pretend to be German tourists that are really into Billy Joel. Like, we are here to see the Billy Joel town.
Where's the factory that they shut down?
We want to see where they are standing in line.
They're shutting the factories
We
down.
love Billy Joel. Yo, is this guy retarded? I think
in
there's a retarded
lederhosen.
man here.
What's Allentown up to these days? It probably sucks.
It's probably like The Office, right?
Yeah,
That's
it
what-
is. That's like all that whole Lehigh Valley
Pennsylvania.
area is just
Yeah.
like. Because I was looking at property there because it's pretty close to New York. It's much
It's like
closer.
2.5 hours.
closer than that.
Really?
Yeah, Easton, PA to New York is like
It's
an
nice
hour,
around there
hour
too.
and a half.
It's
Yeah.
super
What?
wooded. Yeah.
Really?
I showed you that mansion I found.
Let's just get a mansion, guys.
Well,
There's no reason
the
not
thing is,
to.
the property taxes there are fucking insane.
Really?
They're really high. Yeah.
Because people do that type of shit. They'll
Yeah.
commute.
Well,
from-
you got to give it to all those welfare queens living in
Absolutely.
Philadelphia.
Absolutely, dude.
All the good
You're buying
hardware.
Boost
money
mobiles.
the money goes to schools.
Ugh.
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 Yeah, the basketball
Local
team,
schools.
if you know
Property
what I'm
taxes
saying.
are assessed by like the local government.
Let's just move
not by
to
the state.
Texas, guys. That's there's no state tax.
Florida too. We can move to Miami.
Or Nevada, where
There's
I'm from.
property tax in Texas. I'm pretty sure.
There's no state
income tax.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Let's-
There's one other one too. New Hampshire?
Delaware?
No, Delaware is no sales tax.
No sales tax.
New Hampshire, live free or die, right?
Yeah.
New Hampshire's the most libertarian state.
I guess so. Right?
It's weird, but yeah, it's weird because it's like I always think of New England as just being liberal as hell, but we got some live free or die, don't tax us, motherfuckers. Oh fuck. What? Amber's asking Adam for a beer.
I'm working right now. I'm at work.
The cat is on her body.
Well, I gotta ask my boss.
All right, if you could live in any state,
Yeah. If I could live in any
I like
state?
that that's not a possibility.
Hawaii. So you pay $12 for a
It's
gallon
a condition
of
of like being an American citizen.
if you could get on any mode of transportation.
You mean if I could like deal with living in any state?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and I don't
like. I think I'm gonna have to live in like. It feels like we're living in New York or L.A. for work, right?
Yeah, I mean,
so like, if
realistically,
we could,
I could never leave New York, or I would have to live in New York or Los Angeles for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For the
so
most-
show business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
because that's the industry I'm in.
Well,
So-
I could move to Atlanta. 'cause
I would
there's
buy
a lot
that
of-
property in Alaska I was looking at.
That would be tough.
Dude, I found this place. It's like a waterfront resort, and it's
God.
like $300,000
and there's no property
for
tax.
some
That's
big
sick.
fuck. Yeah, no property tax. Some giant like.
Don't you make money for living in Alaska because of the oil revenue? Like
Some
every
places-
citizen gets like
Yeah.
$20,000 a year or something.
something like that in certain areas? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go fuck Sarah Palin's daughter in Alaska. Do they still live there?
Bristol?
Bristol,
No,
yeah.
her pussy's ruined from having like 12 children.
Yeah.
And they're all retarded.
Couple retarded babies.
What's the
Damn.
retarded one's name?
Trigger, dude. I mean, that's so beautiful. Yeah. The fucking. Oh, man. God damn. I love that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Nick, or that Steve Kerr has a son named Nick.
Nick Kerr.
That's terrible.
That's hilarious.
Awesome.
Yeah. Is that horrible?
Oh, that's so good.
Why do you think that through, man? He's so woke.
Yep.
The Warriors voted unanimously to
yeah.
stick it to Trump.
You know who had a son with Down syndrome? Charles Darwin. How funny is that?
That is so good. God was like, dog, survival of the fittest.
He's like, we came from chimps, and people are like, I don't know, and he's like, look at this, look what I made.
his son's trying to peel a banana
Yeah,
and he
right.
can't figure it out.
He's got a bow tie on and a fez, and he's riding a tricycle around in the background. I got it. I figured it out.
Technically, he should have just released his retarded son out into the wild and see if it could
And
survive.
it would have evolved into a not retarded.
It would have
This is that
evolved
movie-
into a normal kid.
Into the Wild is about.
Just release a fucking school full of retarded
Yeah.
kids. One will come out normal.
What happened to my slow, strong brother? Well, he went to live on a big farm with a bunch of other retarded kids.
No joke.
He's much happier now.
That's a pretty good farm, dude. You just put a bunch
They're
of.
probably really good at farm work.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's a plantation.
We just
On a farm.
invented slavery, but for retarded people.
Wow.
I mean, like, no joke. It like that is what. Anytime you see a retarded guy working at like a fast food restaurant,
Yeah.
it's basically. I mean, their wages are like subsidized by the state. The fucking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the business gets kickbacks from the state, so they're like sort of slaves in a
Yeah,
way
yeah,
because they're not being paid by the fucking company to work there.
They get a nice little chunk, dude.
They get like a bullshit amount of money.
They get paid
Yeah.
in chocolate milk and like you and fucking.
and they can make 7 sourdough jacks a minute.
Fuck, dude. Justin Schlegel told a story about how he used to just volunteer with retarded guys, and they would just fucking get them at snacking at 7-Eleven was beautiful, dude. Just like a full gallon of chocolate milk, couple fucking Butterfingers. Just that's the life, dude. I wish I could just honestly. My real dream is to just like be able to order Seamless and play video games and like just get fat as hell.
You already live that life.
I know, but
The only thing separating me from my ideal life is
being happy.
having workshop space where I can make stuff.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm doing okay recently.
Yeah, you're good.
Since being back, you know.
Yeah.
I would prefer to be doing stand-up again. I tried to go out last night, but the fucking G never showed up, and then
The G's down for every weekend.
and then the shuttle,
Jesus.
shuttle didn't show up either, and I was like, oh, now I remember why I can't do comedy.
Yeah.
I'm
That
fucking
sucks, dude.
trapped by the MTA.
Yeah, you have to leave your house in the morning and just fucking
Pretty much, yeah.
hang out.
Get
in
on the
city.
Oregon Trail, dude.
Well, I was like spoiled by living in Chinatown.
Yeah, I remember that. You just walk fucking to
Every
the
night I would
stand.
walk
Yeah.
to the stand. It was so
You
much
were
easier
always
to do
out.
comedy.
Yeah, dude. I haven't been doing fucking shit. I got to get out there.
Well, I'm doing a big show next week if anyone's trying to go out.
I literally haven't done like a set since February.
Really?
Wow.
You
Yeah.
didn't do a set at our show? No, you didn't.
I did.
You left.
I
yeah.
came in and
Well, this
hosted the
month,
show.
just do some.
Well,
shit.
this month, guys, just a reminder, we have Funny Moms on the whatever it is, not this Monday, but next
the
Monday.
next Monday.
And we might have some surprise, huge celebrity guests this month.
Ooh.
No, we don't.
And by that we mean we
Yeah, we
haven't
do.
booked it, and maybe we might.
Maybe we
Like,
might.
Probably not, but who
Yeah,
knows, man?
You know, there's
so
a
far,
chance.
no one is on.
I'm trying to go to Six Flags again. You guys
During
should
the show?
come to Magic Mountain.
I want to go to a water park.
water park.
Yeah.
Let's go to the beach.
I want to ride crazy slides.
Dude, come
Slides
on.
are good.
Slides are sick, dude.
But isn't
I
that
want to
water
get stuck
fucked up
in a
and
slide.
dirty?
What?
Isn't that tubing? is
Lazy
good. We should go
rivers are all
tubing.
pissed, though.
Man, tubing is like that's if you don't drink,
That's
tubing
true.
sucks, dude.
No, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
it's just
Yeah,
a
like you
sunburn.
get on the river and then you're stuck in the fucking tube for hours.
Yeah,
what if you get
just, like,
stoned? What if we do coke while we're tubing? What if we figure out how to tube and fucking do lines at the same time, dude?
You ever jerry rig?
I'm so fucking relaxed. I'm fucking relaxed as shit.
That'd be pretty cool.
Just talking about the screenplay we're gonna write the whole time down the river. I got it. I got the next step for us. Oh fuck. I'd go to a water park. I guess I'm too much of a bitch to go to amusement parks. I'm scared of roller coasters.
We got at a water.
Why, dude? You know what sucks about going to amusement parks is like you don't realize you only have time to ride one or two roller coasters.
Oh, right.
Because when you're like you go to parks as a kid and you're like, yeah, I don't remember. I would remember going to the park and it was like a huge day and we did all this shit, but 99% of that is waiting in line.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I went. Well, they shut the rides down on a rainy day, but I went to Magic Mountain in California, and I was like, we went as soon as the park opened, and I'm like, I'm gonna ride everything. Yeah, like I think we went on one good roller coaster.
Well, you lost your wallet within the first 10 minutes.
yeah, but I mean, I was already in the park,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like I lost the wallet, and then it's like, fuck it, I'll deal with this at the end of the day.
That Instagram you took at Magic Mountain with the Joker is the funniest Instagram on the whole.
Oh, that guy that had to pretend to be the Joker.
with his fingers tenting his
Yeah.
finger.
That guy's trying to be an actor. And he got a job pretending
Yeah,
to
he
be
moved
the
to
Joker
LA.
at Six Flags. Not even in. He's in like Ventura County or some bullshit.
That is my
He's not even
favorite.
in the like little bullshit Batman play.
Yeah.
He's the walking around Joker. He didn't
Yeah.
even get to be the guy. He's like, come here, Batman.
Oh yeah,
Dude, acting sucks so goddamn much.
I'm so glad.
I started going to commercial auditions again.
Oh,
Now
you
that I'm
have to
back.
sit in the waiting room with actors. It's the
With
most
fucking
pathetic
actors.
thing in the world.
And then it's always some fucking entitled woman who's sitting there that's like, you know, if the appointments are being blown by like 10 minutes, she's like, you know, people have got places to be. And they'll like look at you as to get like some kind of camaraderie about them being shitty about
Yeah.
the situation, you know, but her problem is everyone else.
Yeah.
So she's looking for like some way to connect with somebody else through her feeling better than everybody else and more entitled to the fucking time in front of the camera. God damn, I hate those people.
And the only times I've ever been on like auditions, it's just been like all these fucking Jewish kids from Long Island whose parents bought all their clothes.
Well, that's
clearly.
because that's you. So
Well, yeah, I mean that's the type.
so you get this casting call.
Listen, my parents.
The only time
Only
you've
bought
ever been
these
on
socks.
auditions, everyone's been like really gay and like kind of spineless and like.
What do you
had
mean
no-
spineless?
you had no
I have
res-
principles.
you
I
had no
love
respect for them.
completely ignoring the wardrobe notes.
Oh yeah,
I went to one-
I looked like shit, and that's I got it.
I went to one on Monday. They were like dress grunge, and so I go there and like people actually brought skateboards with them, like come in costume and shit. I'm wearing like basketball shorts.
That's grunge.
This is how
Kinda.
Kurt Cobain dressed.
Yeah. Yeah, he wore sweatpants and a fucking sleeveless House of Cards t-shirt. Just like Dave Grohl.
Fuck. I've never auditioned for shit. I'm offer only.
I want to start auditioning for more stuff. It's easy. You just say the words.
Yeah, no, I'd like to audition. There's got to be rules for, fat.
Half the time there's
Guys.
not even sides to read.
Yeah,
Most
I
of the
know.
ones I go on, the one I went on Monday, they take 3 people in the room at once, and then they were like, so tell us something that inspires you. And it's like, it was like a bullshit job interview thing. And then, usually
What did you say?
Like, nothing. I mean, it's just like a waste of my time. I'll like go in there and I'll read the fucking lines and maybe I'll get something. And if I do, great, because it's like $40,000. But
Oh, man.
If you get a national spot,
yeah, to like try and get it's fucking pointless.
That kid, that Brandon Wardell's old roommate, I see him on like
Bill
national
Cotchamp.
Just because he
ads
looks like
all
a
the
fucking
time.
idiot.
He looks like Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, it's like that's what they want.
He's like on fucking Skittles commercials and shit. That guy's got to be so rich.
Yeah, but you look stupid and I look stupid.
Yeah, but I look normal stupid. You can get stuff.
Yeah.
You're a type.
I look dumb as shit.
I'm just like a weird guy.
Yeah, you have to decide what you're gonna do.
They signed me because of stand up, and they're like, oh wow, he made like stage presence or whatever. But Jesus Christ,
The cat.
yeah.
Yeah, it was the cat.
Girl who complimented Styles' calves muscles.
Oh yeah, I know who she is. She's from Australia.
Yeah, the fucking God damn it! What was I talking about?
You're talking about why you got.
Oh
signed
yeah,
to a
but I
commercial
can't like
agent.
act or whatever.
Right.
And
You
when they-
can act.
the direction they give you is like, they're like, we don't want something too commercially, so like just play casual. And it's like, okay, so you want the commercial version of
course.
whatever
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
You want it to look like a fucking God, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Can't breathe.
The cat shit. Oh no. Oh, whoa, that's weird.
I don't have
It
a
smells
t-shirt.
like it smells.
You need to put
spicy.
that cat down, dude.
Dude, why does it smell like fucking ranch sunflower seeds?
I was feeding him Chinese food last night that I didn't want to eat. I was giving him dumplings.
Oh my god, that smells hilarious.
Which is cannibalism
I'm
on
not-
his part.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm not even. Oh wait, no, I'm mad.
We gotta feed those cats to one of Woo's pigs.
Oh. What? Oh my god! Yeah, it's back now. It smells like beef jerky. Yo, it straight smells like a Slim Jim out this motherfucker.
I literally cannot breathe.
I would help you out, but
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, light a match.
Oh no! Now it smells like shit. Okay, now the last wave of shit.
I'm not even wearing a t-shirt. If I was wearing a t-shirt, I could pull it over my nose.
Shut up, bitch.
Thank God
Yeah.
we got 35-foot microphone
Oh, that's
cords.
good. I'm
Hell
gonna talk
yeah.
through
For
my
the
shirt.
audience, I'm in a different room.
Yeah,
of the
Nick is
apartment
completely
now.
across the
That would
apartment.
be a cool idea to do the podcast all sitting
That's
in different
actually
rooms.
what I said the first time we did the podcast.
Oh, I guess I stole a bit.
You stole another thing.
I
from
guess
me.
it's a stolen
Should
bit.
we do that? That'd be funny.
Yeah, no, the premise was that I would be shitting. And I would be in the bathroom shitting the entire time. And so I would have no context as to what was happening in the conversation.
because you couldn't hear us.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have headphones.
Man, I got to get that Twitch channel going. If I could quit comedy and just be a guy that calls video games gay, like PewDiePie, for like $10 million a year, that'd be sweet.
yeah.
Let's
That guy got a hard break. I didn't follow that story at all, but everyone was
But
like,
he's a Nazi?
no,
What
he's not a
happened?
Nazi. He made Nazi jokes.
Oh, that sucks.
He's not a Nazi at all. He had like a couple of videos where like there was swastikas in it, and people are like, "This guy's a Nazi." It's like, no, that's just like fucking crass
That's
internet humor.
retarded. Yeah.
PewDiePie.
Well, it's always either
know
Nazi
enough
or
about him.
pedophile with those YouTube personalities. There was there was another YouTube
That's so fucking
YouTube
funny.
pedophile that came out this week.
Which, by the way, like of those two, pedophile is illegal, and it's like not something you should be doing. Like you shouldn't fuck kids. It's not a crime.
You shouldn't be a
It's-
Nazi.
yeah, but the Nazis, what
To
Nazi,
support
American
gassing
Nazis
Jews
are-
is legal.
Yeah, that is legal.
And I'm saying that
It's
as
not
a-
illegal
from a strictly
to-
legal perspective.
Listen, guys. I took the law school admissions test, and
There's another wave of shit now somehow.
oh, great. Now your fucking callers are gonna threaten to kill my cats again.
Oh man.
I hope they do.
Yeah.
I hope they kill the cats, and then
Oh, speaking of
I hope they
audience
kill Nick.
members threatening people, we had a big reveal before the show today. Adam told us his mom's maiden name.
oh no.
So we're gonna say it on the show. If you want to apply for a credit card.
Yeah, if you want to get into my like bank account,
It's Berkowitz.
no, it's not. But I met a fan that was really excited to meet us, but he was saying all that like, I really think it's great that the left has teeth and can say faggot, and I'm like, I don't know if that's what the show's about at all, actually.
Hell yeah, we're the tip of the spear, baby.
Yeah, we're the left, we're the mean left. But it was, and I was like getting
First
kind
of
of
all, I am
frustrated.
a crypto fascist. I think I've said that numerous times.
I was getting kind of
He's a
frustrated.
self-identifying crypto fascist.
So he was
Yeah.
like, he had the whole left reading of the show, but the last thing he said to me was pretty funny. He was like, anyway, it's been an honor, it's been a privilege, and I would say that Nick is an asshole, but you're a fucking bitch. And then he walked away from me.
That's good, guys. If
We
you see
high
Adam,
five.
call him a
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah.
Dude, seriously, that's the worst it's ever been.
Yeah,
with the fucking
well,
cat.
you did feed him Chinese food.
I will kick you out of my fucking apartment.
You did feed him Chinese food.
Psycho people.
Is this a cinnamon?
Yo,
candle?
give me that match.
I got you, bro.
Thank you.
Damn. Smelling that candle reminded me of Altar.
Fucking feed my cats antifreeze. I'm not gonna deal with that.
Yeah.
Again.
You should train Ernest to use the toilet like one of those movie star cats. One of those millionaire cats from the movie
Wasn't
pictures.
that in
the Fokker.
Fockers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suck the Fockers?
Yeah, it was in Analyze This. It was in Taxi Driver, that cat that uses the toilet.
I love that movie. Analyze this.
Yeah, me too.
So it's the story of me and an Italian
Bobby De Niro,
becoming
baby.
best friends.
Bobby D. That's the start of De Niro having to do things for money. I think.
I love this. This is a picture of Bill Cosby, the judge
Free
declaring a
at
mistrial,
last.
walking out. Yeah, and then his attorney doing the black power fist.
Oh, that's so good. I was kidding. He was persecuted. God damn. Cosby is one of the shittiest people of all time.
He's
I hope,
such a monster.
I hope the fucking attorney says Black Lives Matter.
Oh my God. Just not only raping, lying, and then having the moral high ground on black people
It's
like a piece
really-
of shit. And now he's just throwing them completely under the bus to cover his lie about
I mean, it's
rape.
what OJ did, but I'm
Yeah,
kind of.
but OJ was a fucking clown. Like, he didn't give a fuck about anyone or anything.
He didn't give a fuck about black
Cosby
people.
pretended he was the fucking...
No, Cosby was
Scion.
worse because he was like a pull up your pants black
Yeah,
guy.
exactly.
Yeah, he was like a quit sagging with the hippity hop
Yeah.
and the bad words.
Yeah, that's the whole
Yeah,
reason.
that was the point that Hannibal made.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that fucking this Eliza shit rules.
Oh, yeah, that was funny as
Well,
shit,
she's
too.
one of the most talented comedians I've ever seen.
I think she's great.
we all think she's very funny.
Elijah Schlesinger said women shouldn't make jokes about their pussy or something like that.
But women
I don't know
should
the
make
details,
jokes
but she
about the
said something to
difference
the
between
effect-
men and women.
She said something to the effect that like all female comics are bad except her.
no, but the best part,
Which is so funny because
funny.
the end
because
of-
if you tried to like when somebody says like female comics aren't funny, you can rattle off a list of like female comics that are good, if not better than like the majority of men doing comedy.
Absolutely.
You know, like fucking pre-woke Sarah Silverman, Bamford, fucking Bonnie's really
Bonnie's
good
great,
at comedy.
yeah.
And then like the examples you have to point at of women that suck at comedy and like who are like bad and shouldn't get things are like marginally successful people that haven't been doing comedy
Jen
that long.
Kirkman.
Jen Kirkman's not a bad stand-up. She just sucks on social media.
Yeah, she's not that good.
She's better at
I don't know
stand-up
her.
than she is at social media, and that drags her down.
Yeah.
But like Eliza is one of the few people that you can say like, oh yeah, she's terrible. She's like really fucking bad at comedy and only has a career because she's like
hot,
rich
and she was
hot.
naked in the picture
And
for
yeah,
her special.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Like when people are fucking scrolling through Netflix,
Yeah.
and they
What
see
am
a
I-
naked girl,
right?
Yeah.
Or a fucking Indian man looking condescending.
It's so funny.
Which Netflix special do I want to watch? Kill All White People by Printar Dahubabat or fucking Look at My Pussy by
Printar.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which special do I think is going to be funny of the two?
Yeah, no, she's
The funniest part was the end of the quote where she was complaining about all female comics. She's like, name one female comic that has a World War II joke.
No, she
in
said,
their
I'm
set."
probably the only one that has a World War II joke.
Which is like, yeah.
I love that that's...
Chelsea Peretti has multiple Hitler jokes.
Being that fucking like that lack of awareness where you think that like knowledge of World War II is some sort of like intellectual merit.
Right.
Like, oh, you haven't heard of World War II? Like it's not like the basis of all fiction in fucking, television. It's the Bible and World War II. That's the only place stories come from.
Yeah.
And she thinks, oh, well, I know about this
Also, she's like a
extremely esoteric.
Also, there's no way it's a good.
She's a laugh.
Yeah.
She's a Laugh Factory girl, right? Is that where she's?
You used to have a great World War II joke, not a Holocaust joke, but a great World War II joke was Hampton.
Oh yeah.
About what?
He was like, "What do you think is the best sequel ever?"
World War II.
And he goes, "World War II." Yeah, because it's like this time the hero returns America, but he fails to act on time, so the girl France gets hurt.
Yeah, and then she.
Shout out to Hampton. Yeah.
Shout out to Hampton. He's a homie. I love how she after was like, okay, you really want to talk shit? Try and follow me. So she just like ended it with the like,
oh yeah, none of you can follow
good as
me.
shit at comedy.
But she's never on a show where there's any other women booked. Basically, she's just on a show with like.
She's just a clown ass motherfucker. Dude.
Yeah, she sucks, dude.
Well, when all this
she's
shit was
great, and she
happening,
should come on
people were
pod.
talking about her rant. I thought it was the one from a couple months ago where she was like going off about something, and then the rant turned into like. She said, and I'm paraphrasing, but it's almost an exact quote, something like, look, I grew up upper middle class, and I fucking stayed that way through hard work.
Oh my fucking god!
What a cunt!
Oh, what a dumb
What a
bitch!
cunt!
God damn it, dude!
What a
That shit
fucking
is so
cunt!
annoying. You want to get a job? Yeah, I didn't have a job
Yeah.
either, and I called my uncle and I got a job. Okay,
Also,
call your uncle and you can be the vice
Yeah,
president.
she's like,
of
yeah,
a
my
construction
family
company."
connections really helped me in the entertainment industry. My dad couldn't make me the president of Netflix, so he just paid my rent for 10 years while I pursued stand-up.
Yeah, she took.
I'm basically in the same position as you.
She's trash.
Fuck, that was so funny to see everyone go off on her.
Yeah.
No more heroes left, dude. My favorite female stand-up comic.
Yeah.
Well, at
Cosby.
least Cosby's name is
I
clear.
like it, though, dude. I appreciate that kind of ego, especially in someone that's like that much of a fucking piece of shit.
That's the basis of like humor. It's the delusions of grandeur is like the funniest thing.
Yeah.
I mean, not humor on purpose, but
well,
yeah.
she's like like with that upper middle class thing fucking spells it all out. She's like too privileged in every way, not just like the money way, but like the being hot way and never hearing no kind of way.
Right.
Like the types of privilege that people who reject the notion of privilege understand to be real.
Sure.
Which is like
Right.
if you're an attractive person, your life is going to be easy for the most part until you turn 45, and then you get to write one of those articles about like, wow, people just don't notice me and compliment me all the time anymore. There was one of those fucking humans in New York that was like that. It was some fight like, I've been an actress my whole life, and you really don't know how hard it is to be an older woman after, people used to pay for all of my shit and hold doors for me, and I never had to do a fucking thing my entire life. And now that I'm just old, how hard it is to be an old actress in Hollywood? The possibility that I might actually have to do something. Or be good at acting because I can't just be hot now.
Oh fuck. But yeah, were you good? Did you ever thought about that? Where you were saying she's had every kind of privilege? Or?
Oh yeah, it's like I mean, that's what creates that personality. She's never gonna have like all these people going after her. That's just gonna solidify her position.
Oh yeah,
she's never gonna be
she's
like,
gonna get
wow,
worse.
did I do something wrong? It's like, wow, I knew it. All of these nerds are bitter and jealous.
Yeah.
And I think she's going to blossom into the perfect
into a monster,
into the perfect narcissist.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah, I hope that keeps happening. It's only gonna get better.
But I do agree. There is something nice about like just famous dickheads who just.
And then it's going to be funny because there's going to be a real fascist on television, and no one's ever going to cancel her show.
No. Yeah.
Because
does she have a show?
Yeah. Truth and Eliza.
Oh, I thought she only did stand up. Really?
No,
she has a show.
This article.
She's got a TV show now
to promote.
Oh,
a show.
that's right. Yeah.
Or
what is it, like True TV or something?
I don't know what it's on.
Well,
I watched I think the pilot, and I would watch it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's actually good.
Well, the set's very nice.
very professional.
No, honestly, great set. I fucking really love.
So you're watching for carpentry.
The art department, you shout out to the production design.
Yeah, the production design is amazing. Like it's fucking really cool looking. And I don't,
what does it look like?
I don't want to say too much, but like with Moshe's show, like the they wanted to go for like a Donahue feel, so the set was like designed with that in mind.
Right.
And it came out okay. It's not like what I envisioned, and like any input that I had, like people were like, okay, and they like ignored. But I think Eliza's set kind of looks more in that line if you were going for like an older. Everything's this like disgusting mauve color, which you don't see anywhere. It looks like a public bathroom in an elementary school, like a girl's bathroom.
Yeah. Like a lilac or something.
Yeah, and
like
then weird
purple.
like deco swooping lines and like color gradients in the background or like lighting gradients in the background.
Oh, it's a talk show.
It's a talk show, yeah.
Gotcha.
She's like Chelsea, like doing one of those, basically.
Sort of, yeah. I mean, I when I said I watched the pilot, I mean like 4 minutes of it.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, after reading that Twitter rant about being upper middle class, I mean, if it was like satire, it would be very funny. I mean, even if it is just like the raving, lunacy of like a fucking privileged narcissist, like, I mean, that's what television is anyways,
Yeah.
Like fucking people were mad at Bill Maher for saying the N-word or whatever. It's like, yeah, he's a rich piece of shit. Like I think he lives in like a bungalow on set.
Yeah.
That's how. Yeah, he doesn't like leave the set. I don't think. He
real time is right next to where we were staying in LA.
He lives there.
He lives on a bungalow.
Oh, we could have
on
hung
the
out
set.
with him.
We could have been fucking chilling with him, dude.
Which is like worse than living in a gated community.
Yeah.
It's like you're that fucking attached to your image as like a public guy. I would much rather watch an honest show where it's a person with a lot of money that's just like, I'm rich. I'm not the one that's out of touch. You're all fucking idiots. I'm better than you.
I
My
agree.
life is better than yours.
I hate fake humility.
The idea of like somebody being good for the cause or the resistance or whatever. First of all, that's meaningless. The fucking... you got to go back and look at all that Norm Macdonald shit. That interview Norm Macdonald did where he was like, oh, yeah, everybody thought Hitler was hilarious prior to him running to power, or like getting into power. There was comics about him and everyone thought he was a big joke. Yeah. And then he did the Holocaust. So there goes your notion of comedy being powerful.
Yeah. That's like, the one where he's like,
Norm rules.
If you tell me
one, right.
If you tell me one socially relevant joke that's funny, I'll give you $1 million.
Norm fucking rocks.
And they're like, what about all this identity-based comedy like Aziz and Amy Schumer? He's like, yeah, everyone expects comedians to be modern day philosophers, which I think is really insulting to modern day philosophers.
Yeah. People go to school, study philosophy.
He's like, you're not a philosopher because you try to fuck waitresses.
I know, man. Norm fucking rocks.
He's the best.
Have you seen the new special? I haven't finished all of it.
I haven't seen it, but I heard it's good.
It was good.
You know what would be a hilarious thing to happen is if overnight Twitter decided that like they would no longer do the concept of following people, or you would just have no access to that information, that it wasn't displayed publicly. You had no idea
how many followers someone had?
Yeah.
So it'd just be how funny someone is?
No, it'd be nothing. There's no metrics at all anymore.
Yeah.
You just post shit and then you get zero fucking return on it in terms of people following you or how much people are engaging with it.
People wouldn't do it anymore.
Of course not.
Because there's no social capital.
People would lose their fucking minds.
Yeah.
But also on some level, that is part of what you want to know. Like, if you're trying to promote, I don't know, you want to see. Why would you do it then? There's no, I guess.
Why would you interact with other human beings if there
well,
wasn't some sort of return on investment?
Yeah, I wanna get
Would
points.
you see that you're getting people interacting with you? I guess. they
No,
would just
that's not
talk
how
to
people
you.
operated
They
forever.
would talk to you. No, but what I'm saying is like,
If it's
That's
really
like
supposed to be like a form of communication, then it would just be you're able to communicate. And it doesn't need to be like signal boosting or finding out whether people are, your message is resonating.
right.
And there would be less, I'd say, moral posturing and
Right.
and all of like the bullshit social dynamics that we have now. If like you just didn't get to be rewarded for being
Could people at you?
a shitty scold, cocksucker.
Right.
Or screenshotting something and trying to drag, men for reaching out to women on Tinder.
trying to find love in this cruel world. I'm always scared of getting screenshotted.
Oh, yeah.
That's
what Snapchat is for.
You can get screenshotted on Snapchat.
Yeah,
well, then
just
you
find out
know
about it.
Then you know.
Yeah, but what is that? What difference does that make?
And then you say, hey, I know you have that picture of my flaccid penis that I sent you.
Have you sent any bad DPs in your
My
life?
first one that a girl asked me for, I just pulled my pants down and took a picture. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sad now. And I was like, why? She's like, why didn't you get a boner? I was like, you just asked me for a picture of my dick. I just sent you.
Wait, how old were you?
I don't know. It was like 2 years ago.
I sent one from the toilet one time.
Could you see the
It was
turd?
like while I was shitting. That's the move.
I don't send that many.
Yeah, I don't send that many DPs. I like to get the lighting just right. I like to get hard just the right way, Get a
You
full
have to
crew
get
in there.
hard just the right way.
Yeah, where you're, my dick goes up and to the left just a little bit. That's when you got a real nice one going.
Oh, yeah.
A real
Well, I
nice
haven't had a full boner since I was 13 years old.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, I guess
In
we
fact,
have.
I talked about that.
All right.
I definitely have been. Most of my fucking has taken place at 85%.
I'm at 85 to 90 these days. Yeah.
I got to get it back. I think it's because I'm fat.
I took a Viagra once and it felt great.
100%?
Yeah, it was. I don't know if it was 100, but I was super drunk and I still got a boner.
Oh,
my friend was like, "Yeah, here's this Viagra."
Well, I get nervous sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what we should do is get Viagra and crush it up and put it in cocaine.
I would love
Hell
to do that.
yeah, brother.
Would you do that?
Yeah, and then,
get
and then
whores?
base a comedy festival around it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the theme of our show at the Creek and the Cave is
Yeah.
where the comedians do a mixture of Viagra and cocaine.
I think you're just describing Skankfest.
Yeah.
That's next week. And,
Yeah.
Do they
This
still do
is
that
an
naked comedy show?
they're doing a naked comedy roast this time.
Oh my God, dude.
That was the
Eventually, it's not even going to be comedy anymore. People are going to be like, yeah, I'm a professional comedian. And it's like, oh, so you go on stage nude at karaoke and people call you a faggot? And you're like, yep, that's what a comedian is now. We've turned it into
2 years ago.
but they don't mean it when they call you a faggot. It's only so they can get a credit on Comedy Central's new show where you
Naked
go
and Afraid.
naked karaoke. Yeah.
Well, the new show literally has no comedy.
Yeah.
The one where they sing. Have you seen that?
Oh, the
shit?
James Corden's carpool karaoke spinoff?
Yeah, well, no. There's one where it's like comics singing rock or singing.
Oh, the
songs.
goddamn comedy jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? That's wild.
That's a
bizarre.
show?
That the guy that did Josh Adam Myers, he's a Wiseacres guy.
Really?
I met him like one of the first open mics he ever did, and it was like I was like maybe 3 months in,
Wow.
and he did like a real like Dane Cookie kind of state, which it's
Energy.
Everyone was doing it at the time.
2006,
Yeah,
so-
yeah. Everyone was doing that.
You mean Eliza does that basically?
She still
Yeah,
does
yeah.
that. 100%.
And yeah, me and him like talk. We ended up like talking for like an hour after the show or something, and then I never saw him again, and I sort of like forgot about him. And then like I ran into him in L.A. years later, and I was like, "Weren't you that guy?" Now anytime I see him, he like mentions like one of the first bits I ever did,
Oh wow.
which is, and I think he knows it bothers me, and that's what.
What's the bit?
That doesn't matter.
Just say it.
No,
Something about being gay. We've already talked about our first bits, but that would be horrendous for someone to remember. Just my first. I'm too fat to wipe my ass. type of material.
Yeah.
No,
That was a good bit though.
But
dude.
it's, you know what? The best comedy comes from honesty.
it's true. Tragedy plus
hey,
plus your
buddy,
ass.
I can wipe my ass big time. All right, these days.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, like morbidly obese people, because their ass is so big, it's like they just don't wipe their
They
ass.
smell like poo. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't shit like right. It's just like it's like a Flintstones push pop of just trying to push the shit out of their ass. So like when they take a shit, it's like, you know, when like a star dies and we don't see it happen for like years later.
right. Shit years.
Yeah, that's how like a big fat guy, he takes a shit and like he doesn't actually shit until like 7 or 8 days later.
Oh my god.
That burrito's still 7 shit years away.
Yeah.
Shit hours away.
It's just a traffic jam of shit. Oh god.
I learned that from the movie The Theory of Everything. You know, it's crazy. You wouldn't think that they really
They
meant
cover
everything.
literally everything. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
everything that's in there. Stephen Hawking described.
How fat people shit.
Yeah. That's what the grand unifying theory is.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah.
Right after How Do Midgets
Like,
give birth to normal
It also
sized
accounts
people.
for like Neil deGrasse Tyson. He doesn't know when he's done wiping his ass because he's black. They can't tell. They don't know because, you know, you wipe and then you look in the mirror
And you see
use
if there's
this
brown.
series of mirrors
Come on, dude.
to see your own asshole to find out if you're done wiping.
Sure, that's how I wipe. That's how everyone wipes. I have one of those infinity mirrors and I gape my asshole open.
Yeah, I do goatsy after every
Do you
shit.
guys stand? I stand up and then wipe my ass facing the toilet, which I found out is wrong.
No joke,
way.
do that. I stand up and wipe
I
my
wipe
ass.
sitting down.
Yeah, some people do this, which is weird.
No, I use the toilet seat to like sort of pull my ass cheeks apart and then
you
get a clean.
gape your ass.
You
with
wait.
the toilet?
You reach through your legs and
He
wipe
spreads
your
his
ass
ass
like it's a vagina.
like a woman. Yeah, you guys don't do that.
No, but shut up.
No, but honestly, it's 50% of society wipes sitting down, 50% wipes
but
sitting
you like
up.
hover over the
Standing up.
toilet. And then,
I do a little hover, yeah.
no, I
and
stand
then,
up.
but you
and then-
wipe from the front.
No, I wipe from back to front.
So yeah, you reach through your legs and like you're pulling, like you're.
No, you
pulling-
go down up, dude.
Yeah,
No,
you
I-
wipe backwards.
No,
You
I
don't-
wipe forward like a woman.
you're a
First of all,
fucking-
women don't wipe forward.
They don't because then they
Women
get
don't
shit.
get shit in the
they get
pussy.
shit in their pussy, dude. That's how you get
Wow, dude. I thought you were a feminist. Me and Nick are the only
I wipe
feminists
like
here.
this. You don't wipe like this?
bacterial vaginosis.
No, man.
Sorry.
You know what's a funny thing? Erectovaginal fistula.
What's that?
It's a hole that forms in between the pussy and ass wall, and then women will start shitting out of their pussy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's how Nick was born.
Uh-oh. Got him.
Yeah, got you, dude. Got you, you
Yeah,
fucking
because
piece of shit.
I was having sex with your mom.
Uh-oh.
How did you have sex with my mom when you were
And then that's
born?
how it
Wait
happened.
a second.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
No, that's not.
Okay.
That
It
doesn't make
is. It does
sense.
work. It does
Yeah.
make
No, it
sense.
doesn't make
You
sense.
fucking asshole. Because I fucked your mom. That's why.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
I love
Breaker
that.
Breaker 10-4. News flash.
Yeah.
You're fucking wrong, dude.
Newsflash.
Yeah.
What were we saying that about? That was something so stupid.
Newsflash is such a good one, though.
Yeah, I know.
Newsflash, nobody cares, dude.
Yeah.
What even is a news flash? Where's
It's
that?
when
What's
you
the
watch- you
etymology?
You know what a fucking news
What's the
flash is.
etymology behind
Shut
that?
up,
Was
dude.
there?
Shit, you know
It
what
flashes across the fucking
what kind of
screen.
Seinfeld
Oh, it
bullshit
flashes
is
on the
this?
screen?
Yes. Newsflash.
What is flash?
What's the deal with the new? Who says newsflash?
When does it flash?
it's a thing on TV.
When's the last time you saw a flash?
Jeff Fox,
Next,
baby.
Adam. Yeah.
I just
God,
want to
you
know
know
the
what-
story behind that.
What the fuck is the express checkout?
I had one the other day. Why is it going Dutch? Are Dutch people cheap? What is that? Okay,
I don't know. Why are they
just
called
my question.
French fries?
Dude, they call freedom fries around
They're
here.
they're frites.
You remember that? That was my favorite post 9/11 thing.
Oh, the freedom thing.
Yeah.
I
You
loved
just
it.
show those
That's what I love
French
when people are
faggots.
like, "What has politics descended into?" This Donald Trump. These like New Yorker
Yeah,
reading
yeah.
fucking milquetoast retards that are like petrified about the future of politics.
Why don't you go
It's like
French?
10 years ago.
Why-
Yeah, fucking,
You won't kill brown people because we say to do it?
change
Guess
the
what,
name of
bitch?
French fries.
The thing that's getting us fat as shit that's not even really connected to your company or country We're calling it freedom.
Well, I read
fries.
an article in the New Yorker about there are cops that are killing black people in this country, and I
The
think
Philandro Castile guy got off.
Yeah, that's so
terrible.
fucking. There's
There's
camera,
a video.
Dude, he straight up. I mean, what the fuck? What else can you fucking do?
Is that like what?
Where's the NRA? That's my question. Because he was illegal.
Are there
owning guns.
lawyers like that good at jury selection? It's still a jury trial, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What the fuck? How is
I
it
don't
that
know,
like
man.
these juries are not convicting?
I mean,
it doesn't make sense.
Is there that many horrible dumb
Because
people?
like the justice system is very like if they bring charges against you for something and you request a jury trial, you're probably going to go to jail and be found guilty. Like people aren't usually found innocent of shit.
Right.
Like this doesn't happen that often.
Right.
Because prosecutors,
how do the cops
they
keep
do
getting
a deal
off?
prosecutors are
if they
good
do
at picking
it. Yeah.
cases, but whenever it comes to the police, they're just not good at picking these
But
cases.
that was an example of the state. Like, was it on murder charges or manslaughter?
It wasn't even, dude. It was like accidentally discharging your firearm to cause harm. It was some bullshit.
yeah, I think the
charge.
jury had options.
It's
Really?
dude. It was nothing, and they couldn't even find him. It wasn't even murder. It was fucking like an oopsie daisy. Like it's
Dude,
fucking
the most
insane.
fucked up part of that video, well, besides the guy getting killed by the cops, is you hear in the background the cop just screaming, "Fuck, fuck," because he knew he fucked
I mean,
up.
what the fuck? When the fuck are you gonna like? This is just never gonna change.
It was funny. The New York Times coverage of it said, whatever the guy's name is, Yunez
Yeah.
Taqueria or whatever.
Yeah. He was this Hispanic guy.
I mean,
yeah.
like
Geronimo, I thought it was.
it was something like Uno
Pizzeria
Sanchez or
Uno.
something.
Yeah.
And it's just like, the racism in this country is so bad. And if guys like taco salad, quinceañera get away with doing shit like this, it's just gonna make the racism worse.
That's the take.
No, I'm just.
I think they did say that.
I'm
Oh,
having a
that's
goof,
good.
but
That's a good
It said that
I mean,
on
but
the-
dude,
no, the New York Times.
It's not
the
that
New York
ridiculous.
Times, the New York Times. They had some headline that was like, or they described Philandro Castile as a black motorist,
Jesus.
which is just in my head. It's like,
One of those black
Philandro
biker
Castile
guys.
dressed like the New York Times guy with the
Yeah.
hat and the big fucking leather
The
collar,
fingerless gloves.
driving Donald Duck's car.
Yeah.
I am a
Christ.
black motorist.
It's
Fuck,
insane.
dude.
I mean, even when there are videos, it's crazy. But you know
On
what?
camera.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Killing someone who's like, I am not reaching for my gun. Who's telling you I have a gun, I am not reaching for it.
I have a license to carry a weapon.
Please. And then you
But it's got to be.
Where's
It's
the
got to be.
NRA?
The
That's my question.
prosecutor's got to be holding back or something. Because they don't have this problem when it comes to regular,
Of course they are,
regular
dude.
cases. If this was a guy that fucking had a gun on him, if this was just some other fucking
Of
black
course.
guy that he got in a
Yes.
dispute with, he would be in prison for
100%.
murder. The prosecutors are just not doing something right, that they can't convince a jury that
They
this
don't.
is.
Well, what if they don't fucking want to?
Well, that
dude?
happened. That happened in the case with
Yeah.
was it Kai Gurley was killed by whatever that Chinese.
Yeah.
His name
In
was
the
like
stairwell?
Ping Pong, something. Yeah, the
In
stairwell.
the stairwell,
guy.
yeah.
And so Ping Pong Ching Chong, the officer that killed this guy. Guys, please don't laugh. I mean,
Sorry.
like
Sorry, you're right.
racism is a huge problem in this country, and these police
Technically, he's
shootings
a
are.
murderer, so
Yeah,
I think
the-
we can be
yeah,
racist.
office-
We're not being racist.
You're right,
That
it's
was
his
his
name,
name.
I'm sorry.
It was his first day on the
actual
job, right?
Cantonese name. I'm sorry that I researched this more than you guys, and I'm not calling him by his name like Phil Johnson or whatever.
Yeah,
his
some
family was
ridiculous
racistly
name.
forced to
Yeah,
use
yeah.
his Cantonese name that he got back at the Palace of Hunan, where he was born.
When you
In the
spend
year of the dragon.
$60 or
Yeah.
more, you get a Cantonese name.
When he was
free
at
with your
number one
order.
good Chinese food restaurant.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So officer,
Golden
me
noodle
Reiki wrong
dragon
time.
panda.
Yeah. Ding dong ditch Chinese fire drill.
When
Officer Nintendo
Officer Ricky
says to
Tiki
this guy-
Tambo.
Yeah. Officer rail worker prostitute says
Officer girlfriend
Officer
hand job.
sideways pussy dog eater says
Dry cleaning nail salon.
Okay.
Officer, no ticky, no dry cleaning.
Well, the district attorney in that case like requested no jail time, like from the judge. They didn't let the judge or the jury make the decision or whatever. They like went out of their way to say, "Oh, by the way, even though we're trying this case, don't send them to jail."
Yeah, dude. Because that's why it does feel like there should be an independent prosecution, some kind of independent body that handles cases like this, because it's too fucked. There's gonna be collusion between fucking.
Well, that's
DAs
why it
and
should be like
cops.
a federal investigation immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's never gonna. It doesn't seem like it's gonna fucking happen.
And also, if you want to,
That's what Mississippi burning was about.
ooh,
It was about the FBI
Yeah.
having to go like fix, the
Yeah,
police departments
let's
in the
do
South.
that more.
yeah.
Let's get more of that.
It was
going.
one of the funniest movies of all time.
Jeff Sessions will probably. Well, it's not the FBI.
Yeah,
I
Jeff
guess, but
Sessions,
seems
he'll
like
get
the-
on top of
the
it.
kind of guy to.
You know, Eric Holder and Obama did such a good job. That they're gonna, the two black guys that were in charge of the thing that's gonna.
Do you guys want to watch
supposedly-
Mississippi Burning after this?
I'm
I
down.
gotta go to Connecticut.
The final point is Black Lives Matters, and that's why it's important. This is the official statement of Cum Town for you to support the Money Team and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and his upcoming fight against.
And for our alt-right fans, my fellow crypto fascists, like, try to focus on the racist things that I said, and
Not the underlying ideology he actually believes.
don't message me like exceptions from the case that you think justify a police officer murdering somebody with a concealed carry permit for so and so reason, unless you're ready to argue that vehemently in every situation with every fucking white guy that gets away with carrying a gun and doesn't get shot to death.
Yeah, just listen to Nick's true jokes that he tells, the real jokes that show the real way he feels. Guys, we got our live show
No,
coming up.
my point is that I am racist for
Yes.
sure, and I am a fascist, but
He doesn't believe.
the problem is Chinese and Hispanic police officers, not the white ones. Show me one case where a white officer did the wrong thing.
Actually, there's
And that's the end of the episode.